Hi, welcome back to Guardian Angel Resin Creations. Today I am going to test some colours. So I have 12 brand new colours here from Temu, and they are the Jazz pigments. So they are for my Eco Resin. I have got 150 grams of powder. I have 50 grams of water sitting here as well. And I'm also, because it is Butterfly Monday for me, I am just going to put some butterflies onto these. And I'm going to test out all of my colours, and I'm going to do 12 of these little fans that I've got. So I'm going to do them one at a time and see what these colours look like. I've already done one of the pink ones the other day, but I want to make a set, and I'm going to tie them all together, and I'm going to make a wall hanging with them because I absolutely love fans. I have got fans from all around the world, so every time, like I've got a Singapore one because I have been to Singapore. I have got one from the Philippines because my brother-in-law has been there, and I even have one from Venice where my niece has been. So I just thought I would just make some fans today, so just to test out my resin. So I'm going to start, and I will tell you all my colors. So I'm just going to get down off my ladder. I have got red, I have rose red, I have pink red, I have purple red, fuchsia, violet, purple, yellow, and I have yellow orange or orange yellow. I have orange, and I have green, and I have royal blue. So I'm not sure whether I want to do bright or pale. So, and they're all fluorescent. So I'm going to just grab a little stick, and I'm going to pour my water in. I'm going to start with the red. I'm going to work my way around. And I also have a container sitting here that I haven't made before. So I thought I'd give that a bit of a test drive. And it comes with, you can either use it as a little dip jar, or you can have it turned up and it sits on the top of it. So I thought I'd give that a bit of a try today. So whatever is left over from my little fan here, out of my 150 grams, I am going to pour into that. Please excuse the dog in the background. There's nothing I can do about him. He is my neighbour's dog, and the minute he hears anybody's voice, he barks. So let's get started. So I'm going to pour this water in here. I'm going to give it a bit of a mix, and then I will start with my red and see how we go. So it is 10 o'clock in the morning, so I should have started this earlier, but it'll be fine. They only take half an hour before I can demold. So I should get them done today. Otherwise I will get them done. I will have them done by tomorrow, because I want to, I'm not sure whether you seal them. I need to go, there is a lady that I watch. I need to go and see whether she seals with her wax before she actually puts the washi tape on there. So I will go and check that, because I might put some washi tape on these as well. So that's mixed. So I'm going to start with my red, and I should have given it a shake before. Give it a really good shake. Make sure there's nothing sitting on the base. I need one of those little shakers that will shake it for me, little paint shakers. So and I have forgotten that these come with these on there. So I normally just get my tweezers and stick the tweezers, makes a little hole in it, and it makes it easier to come up. So you just bring it up, and I keep these It keeps them sealed. If your lids pop open like that has, it keeps them sealed. They don't dry out and you're not wasting your money. So I did get these, I think they ended up being about, I think $5 instead of $7 to $8, which was pretty good value. So here we go. Oops. Let's see how we go with the red. I think I've done 3 drips. Oh, love that. Wow. Look at the color of that. I'm thinking I'm going to do a couple more. So another 2. Oh, just love these, because you can make them as bright or as pastel as you like. So I'm just going to scrape that. I really like that. I'm going to put a little bit more in, I think. So I'm going to go to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get that excess off. I just want to wipe that excess off. So let's see what 10 does. Yep, I like it with the 10. That is really cool. It looks more pink than it does red, but that's okay. I don't want them too dark. Right, so that's all nicely mixed in. Scrape my stick here. And pour it in. Do I need more? No, I'm going to do another 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what that does. Because I'm putting it into white, it's not going to go super red unless I put a lot in there. But I really like that color. So I'm going to do 15 drops of each color in every container. Here we go. I'm not sure whether I will come back when I'm doing my colors. I might come back as I'm pouring the colors. So I'm going to pour that in there. Going to give it a really good shake. Now I did not need anywhere near this much. I wasn't really sure. Just get that, make sure there's no bubbles in there. Just get that, squeeze it. There's a bubble there. I can see the bubble there. So just squeeze it out. Try not to dribble it everywhere. That. Need my husband to level up my bench again, I think. So just pour that in. I can see that it's not poured over that properly. So that's, I think that might be domed a little bit too much. And take a bit out. Maybe you are meant to see those bits. I'm not exactly sure. So just get that a little bit more level. Let's get that out. There we go. That's better. Now just get that bit. I need to get a spoon out here. Just wipe that off. Wipe that a bit off, and there we are. I think we're pretty good. That's got it level. So all I'm going to do is, now there's a fair amount left, so I might need to go and get something else maybe, but I'm just going to just pour the tiniest amount into here, because I want to get all the colours in there. So I might just Leave it like that. And pull that in there. So I'm going to just slip it to the edge and see what it does. That's definitely way too much. Okay. So that is that. And perhaps the tiniest bit more into that one. And I will let these settle. I will come back when this one is cured. I should have actually put it in my curing machine. That would have been a lot better. But it's going to be about 30 today. I think it's about probably already about 21. So it won't take too long. Rightio, we are back for number 2. I have demolded number 1 and I did end up sitting it on my machine. So I am just going to mix this up. Make sure there's no lumps. Mixes in really fast. And I just let this dry as well. And then I just scrunch it. And I just put the shards into a little container, and then I'm going to save them so that I can colour my white Eco Resin. Now I will maybe make a tray or something like that once I get enough. So that's really good. Shake. Lift this lid up. There we go. Oops. And I have learnt my lesson. I do wear an apron now. I bought a brand new apron the other day. Just get that off my fingers before I dye myself. Although it, bit of soapy water and it just comes off straight away. So, oh, love that colour. Look at that. Oops, don't put it back on. My goodness. Right, so we are going to do the 15 drops again. So, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Lid on. Oh my God, look at the colour. Wow, look at that. That is amazing. Gorgeous. Really, really beautiful colour. Just make sure that it is all mixed in. There's no white, no lumps. Okay. Make sure this is level. I'm going to sit it on that part, and I'm actually going to get let's put this on there. It's not bad. I can level it up a tiny bit. I'll just push that in a little bit more. It's not too bad. Alright, so get that in very slowly into the edges there so that I'm not creating bubbles. Up there into that one. Now I just realised that I have not wiped this out when I should have, but it should be right. When I go to do the other colours, the yellows and things, I will make sure it's wiped out and it's clean. Alright, how are we going there? I think we're pretty good there. It's up to the edge there. So I'm going to bring this up and pour a little bit into that. A little bit on the edges. Don't want to pour too much because then I won't have any room for all of the colours. So I'm going to give this a bit around the edge and pour it onto this bit. There we go. That's pretty good. I'm not sure how much to use there. I might find something else to put this in. I think maybe a little bit more into that. I will find something else to put that in, I think. Right, so I have just a little cup stand. So I will pour it into that. So I'll raise you up so you can see. I'll just point you over that way. There we go. So I might just pour it around the edges. So I think next time I will only make up about 100. I think. A couple more drips into this one. There we go. Leave that to dry. Then I've got some shards. And I will come back. I will put my lid on. I will dry it and then demold it and come back when it's time to do the next one. Alrighty. So I have demolded that one. We have our next one ready to go. So I am going to, I've only got 100 grams this time and 30 grams of water. Hopefully I have my ratios correct. If I haven't, I can always get a little bit more water or a little bit more powder. Could probably use a little bit more water in this, but it's not too bad. Just make sure it's all mixed well. And I'm going to put 15 drops. So give it a good shake. I've already taken the lid off at this time. And okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Shut that. Oh my God, look at the colours. Wow, these are amazing colours. Absolutely love how bright they are. So scrape it around, get it all in there, scrape that off. There we go. And pour that in. Make sure I haven't got any air bubbles. Excuse my bells there, just got a little bit windy. There we are. A little bit more. A little bit into this one. Just around the edge there. A little bit around the edge there as well. There we go. And then a little bit into this one. Oops. There we go. I'm not sure whether you can see this one or not. Drop it in there. Scrape it out. There we go. And I'll wipe this off and leave that to dry. I'm going to put the lid on this, just make sure it is on properly. So I'm going to keep these in so that they're just drying them at the same time as well. And I will come back when it's time to do the next one. We are up to number 4. So I have demolded number 3 and set it there, and I will leave it sitting in the warmer while this one cures. And I've been doing them just for a half an hour just to get some of that moisture out of them. I've been turning my heat on. I've got it set, I think I've got it set at about 60. So, and then I have actually sat them outside on a rack as well, just to get the moisture out of them, so that if I need to seal them I can. So there we go. Let's make sure that is level. Pour that in, gently pour it into those edges, make sure there's no bubbles. Get that right up there. And the wind has come up again. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of this around the edges. There we go. That edge over there. There we go. Can you move over there? Bit in this one. And a bit in the center here. I might end up doing a couple of trays probably, by the looks of how much this is going to take. Oh, and I didn't put any in this one. Yes, silly. That's why I had so much left. So I'm going to scrape that out and try and get some into this. I'm afraid you can't see me, so I'm going to fix this. Come back when it's time to do the next one. We are up to number 5. So giving it a really good mix. Okay, make sure all that colour is all mixed in. Beautiful. Set him on the middle. And gently pour that in. Don't want any air bubbles. So far I've been pretty good. There we go. This tray is still warm, and so is the mold, because I've just taken out the other one. There we go. Pour that bit in. Bit in that one. And a bit over this one. So we have a little bit of colour around the edges. Okay, I'll come back when it's the next one. Okie dokie, we have number 5. Actually, no, we have number 6. So all mixed in. It's got a little bit more than 15 drops because it accidentally squirted, but it will be fine. So my mold is still warm. I have given it a bit of a wipe because it is starting to get the colour residue on it. So pour that in very gently. Make sure there's no bubbles. Okay. I think we got it right. Now I'm going to just pour a little bit around the edge of that one. Give it a bit of extra colour. A little bit in the center, a bit more around the edge of this one as well. I'm afraid you probably can't see that up there. And then I'm going to pour what I can over this one as well. Get it on the edges. Get that colour around there. And get a little bit more colour into this jar over here. We go, and I'll come back when it is time to do number 7. Alrighty, we've got number 7, so centre that back. Now I've put a few more drops in this one because I have got 150 mils in this one. So I do want to put it into my other ones. So I might actually just wipe that out, and I just want to put a couple of extra drops in there, I think, just to make it a little bit darker. So just an extra 2 drops in there. There we go, that's a bit better. As they're drying, they are losing their colour a little bit, but it's all good. I don't want them super bright anyway. I wanted them pastel. So let's just gently pour that in, and I hope I haven't made too many bubbles. And I gave it a quick wipe out as well again. Let's get it over to the edges. There we go. Make sure it's all the way to the top. Then I am going to pour into the one over here. Not sure whether you can see it or not. Just pour on the edges of that so you can see it on the edges. I am going to pour on the edge of that one as well. There we go. And I'm going to top up, I think, with a darker colour. I have a darker purple there that I can top up with. So I am just going to bring that around to my edges. And I'm afraid you probably can't even see this one. So I'm just going to top this up with a little bit of a darker purple, and then I will go to my other colours. So I'll be back soon. Colour number, we've got 13. There's only 12 bottles. Colour number 8. There we are. So I topped up all the rest of my little containers. I just did red again, so I did it darker. So this one is my yellow, so I've gone to using my paper cups. So, but I haven't been wearing gloves, so I've cracked my finger as well. So I need to just throw these cups away now instead of cleaning, but I really, you should be wearing gloves. But I haven't, so my fault. So I'm just going to gently pour this in there. And I have got a couple of flower molds as well for my excess. I've done my 15 drops again. Just pour that in there properly. Oh, don't overflow. Let's move that a little bit more towards the center. I'm going to, my granddaughter wants a couple of the little letters done, so I've got a little letter thing here. So I thought I might just pour a little bit into these. I'm not going to do it any particular way, just get a little bit of colour in each of them. Just like that. Get a little bit of colour around these flowers. Round in this one. Centre of that one, I think. I'm going to run my colour around and give it a squeeze. Oops, not that much of a squeeze. Oh, goodness. Take the paper off. Just give it a squeeze. Get some of that colour up into those top petals. There we go, just like that. And then just pull that around into it. Into all those petals, and just whatever settles in there. Here we go. That's got it in all those petals, and it'll just run to wherever it wants to run. It'll settle where it wants to settle. So it's a little bit more in this one. Get it around there. There we go. And I'm going to do that with all of the colours to see what I get in the end. Okay, let's leave that. I will just scrape all this off into the little things. Let's flatten that out. Really do need to go and get my cake decorating scraper, I think. It has a super flat edge on it. I'm just going to pour this out. Then I'll give it a bit of a bang. Get it into the ones that I've missed. So there's, I want it multicolored. There you go, I think that's pretty good. A little bit more in this one, I think. Just wipe that over like that. There we go, it's got a little bit of blue mica powder in. But it'll be fine. It is what it is with these flowers. If anybody makes them, I just do leftovers. I don't worry too much about them, because when you don't worry about them, they're the ones that turn out the prettiest. So there we go. I might just leave my cup there. If I can get the little shards out, I will. Otherwise, I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm leaving these. That's going to have some serious sanding, because I kept, when I was pouring, I just kept pouring it on top of each other, so it's quite lumpy, that one. And I've made a mess, and I've got a bit in there. I'll just push that in so you can't see it. There we go. That's why my hands are cracking. Alright, I'll come back again when it's time to do the next one. Just push that colour in there, and we'll just keep going, because I've got 4 colours left to go. Alrighty, so I have just poured number 9, and I forgot to show you pouring, so I thought I'd quickly show you the result. Righty, so I am just mixing up colour number 10. So I am onto the fluorescent orange now. The last one was orange yellow. So just making sure that's all mixed up. I've gone to just disposable cups now. It's a little bit easier. And there we go. I'm not sure whether you can see the tops of the bowls over there, but they've gone quite pink. Okay, hopefully this is not too much liquid in there, because I've only done 90 grams in my last few. So there we go. All the way to the top. There we go. That should be plenty. Yep, a little bit more. Don't want to have to any clean up. Righty, so I am just going to pour the rest of this into, I'm going to pour it in the top of that one. Just in that one, probably in that one. There we go. Done. Let's shake that around a bit. Alright, throw a little bit in that one. Just to get in some of the clear bits that I've got there. This is warm, so it's sort of drying instantly, really. There we go. Okay, I am going to put the lid on that, cure it again, and come back in another half an hour and do the green. Okie dokie. So we have colour number 11. Scrape that down. Might have to go and find another cup. I have just about run out. Oh, look at that colour. Just love that green. Just going to just shake this out. Make sure there's nothing in there. Pour our colour in. Okay, so I've been going for quite a few hours with this. There we go. I've been leaving it in the curing machine for about a half an hour. So, and it's, what is it, 6 o'clock at night, so it's taken a while. All the way to the top. There we go. So what I'll do is I will pour the last one, I'll pour the blue, and then I'll come back when it is time to demold. So I will be back and show you the blue. I'm just going to pour the green into these leftovers, into these little holes here, fill it all the way. Whatever overflows, I can just sand back. And I'm going to put this green, I think, into this one. See if there's any that I can get around the base of that. As I said before, my molds are warm because they're in the curing machine. So they are setting quite nicely when I'm running it around it because it's warm. Just get that, just that little bit around that. There we go. So it's got a little bit of green around the base. Wonder if I'm going to get a little bit more green around this one. I doubt it. Maybe I should have run it around this first before I put it in my other thing, but it'll be fine. So just run it around there. Just get a little bit of green on those edges. There we go. That'll just be on the base of them. Just scrape that. A little bit of a wipe. Just going to flatten that down while I can. So just give it a bit of a flatten while it's got a little bit of moisture in it. Maybe not. Maybe give it a scrape. That in there. Go. Level that off. There we go. I think my last one I will make up enough to fill into these. So the blue. And to fill all the little excess holes in this thing. Gives it a bit of colour. There we go. Righty, I'm going to put the lid back on this green and then I will hopefully come back in about a half an hour. If not, I will show you the demold for the blue. Rightio, last one. So I have got about 250 grams of powder. And about 80 mils or grams of water. So I think 240 I've ended up with. of the powder. So that's why I put the 30 drops of my colour in there. So I'm just going to very carefully drop that in there. Could have put a little bit more in there. Oop, there we go. I think we are good with that. So the reason why I have so much is I'm going to pour it into these. So get that all the way to the top of that one. And then that one. And hope I have enough for the last one. And I don't. But I'll just pour it in there anyway. And make a little bit more of that one. I think another 30 grams should do me. Pop all those bubbles. Just get rid of all of those. There we go. Pop all of them. Just poke them with the tweezers. Give it a bit of a bang. A few coming up. And that one. If you can look at all those in that one. Go. Push all that extra in there. Alright, make up a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just going to chuck this in. I didn't put any more colour in this. So I'm just going to throw it in there. All the way to the top. Give it a bit of a bang. Give it a crunch. And there we go. Just make sure that that's got no more bubbles in it. Go. Just a few more in there. Get all of them up. Does hide bubbles in these, especially this one. Let's give that another bang just to be sure. And I'll just get that piece out. Actually, no, I'm just going to push it in there. Right. Now I'm just going to pull the extra over these little beady things and see what I can get with these. See if I can get some okay looking beads. Doesn't really matter, it is only the excess that I'm playing with. Go, just get that in there. Move that over. Go, just maneuver it around. Get off any bubbles that might be in there. Try not to drip my finger on my nice clean thing there. A little bit more on these. There'll be a lot of cleanup on this one. Go. Get all those bubbles out. There we go. Let's get that over there. And make sure there's nothing left in there. Big bubble there. I think we're pretty good with this one now. No, still look at that. Look at the bubbles. More of a bang. It's over this side here that I need to do it. There we are. So I'll come back when all of this is all set up. Righty, everything is all cured, so it is time to demold. So I've already demolded all of my fans. So I'm just going to show you what I did with my leftovers before I do that. So I've just washed down my bench. So I'm just going to do it over a paper towel so I can save all my little shards. So I'm going to pull that piece out. That's very bright. See how my little flower went. Pick the little pieces off. Now I need to go and find a band-aid because I didn't use gloves yesterday and I have split my finger. Naughty. Wow, that's cool. How cool is that? Hopefully it gives you the true color, because that looks amazing. It's got like little dark pieces through there, little light pieces. That's wow. Alrighty, might move you up a smidge and get this one out. So they're all different, all of these. There we go. That excess off. Whoops. Well, there's a lot of excess on that one. So, and as I said, I will save all my shards. I've got them all. I've got a great big old glass candle holder with a lid that my husband was throwing out the other day. And I said, so I've saved it. And I'm going to put my shards in it for the minute and see how many I can get. So, not sure about what this one's going to look like. Wow. Had a couple of air bubbles, but oh my God. That is wow. Look at the colors in that. That is so very, very cool. Very, very cool. Love that yellow and orange. Like, look at that. Wow, wow, wow. Alrighty, next one. I don't think I'm going to light the trays. I have turned them over and I don't think I'm going to light them. So, see how our flowers are. Oh, look at that. Wow. They are amazing. So, oh, look at how cool that is. Hopefully you are getting the color on that yellow and orange is amazing. And the colors that feed up that rose, that is stunning. Really, really beautiful. So last one. See what this one does, because this one sort of breaks every time I do it, but it adds to the character of this one. Now, I think it's a peony. Oh my God, look at that. And I didn't get too much breakage all the way to the ends there. I am in love with these yellow and the orange and the blue. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, let's do these. I don't think I'm going to like them. I'm going to have to sand that back because when I was putting the resin in there, I wasn't making sure that this bit was flat. So I just topped it and topped and topped it. So let's just see how we've gone. And I will wash all of my molds to get these colors out. Soap and water doesn't get the color off them. Only alcohol gets the color off them. So you can wash them and then wipe them over with a bit of alcohol just to get that residue from the dye off them. So there's that one. It's a bit rough when you do it like that, but I can sand it. but look at the colours on the outside. Just run my hand around, just click those little pieces off and just hit it with the nail file. Look at that. And these are that's the bit you're going to see. That's wow. That is very cool. So it wobbles a bit. All right, let's see what these done. Comes off really easy. Look at all that on there. So let's see this one. Meh. I mean, it might look better once I've sealed it. I can give it a light sand if I need to, just to get rid of these little extra bits. I don't mind it. I don't even know whether I can sit a cup on it. Let me see. All right, so I have my coffee cup. I'm just wiping the underneath of it, and we'll see whether that sits. That's not bad. I can just use it on my bench here for my coffee cup. With a bit of a seal. Love the colours in it. Love these pinks and purples. All right, next one. Last one out of this, and then I will get started on what I'm going to do with my little fans. So just run that around. Grab all those shards off. Go. There we go. If you don't want to save your shards, you can just do it over a bin. I do have a bin sitting behind me if need be. And there we go. So let's see what this has done. And as I said, I have not used this mold before. I haven't used the coffee cup mold either. Not bad. All right, let's turn him over. That's not bad. But I've still got these bits here. So I think I might have to, like, I could pour resin in it, and it's lumpy as well. Some of these molds go lumpy, so see how it goes lumpy there. Now I have done rice in these, so you can pour rice in them, you put a cover over them, and then you set them up, and the rice helps it from going like that. But this was just something that I was going to play with. So if I sit that on there, that looks pretty cool. Like, look at the edges of that. The edges are amazing. And or I can, that underneath, I'd say it goes like that, and have it as a stand. So when you do that, like, look at that. So I can put a sticker over there if I want to, I suppose. But that's not bad for my leftovers. All right, I'm going to clean this up, and I am going to get my fans, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with them. Okay, so before I get started on this, I just want to show you, I just picked this up like this, and this is cracked. So because I've done all of the separate colors, I've ended up with cracks in it. So probably not a good idea to do so many colors like I did, because these were dried and then dried and dried, and they haven't fused together properly. So I have a big crack, and in the base of that I also have a crack as well. So I can, if I want to, maybe put resin around it, maybe put something in it and then put the resin around it and make it as just a showpiece. I'm not sure what I'll do with it. Okie dokie, so I've set all of these out now. I've worked out which way I want them. So it's going to go from this one across and then across in the colors that I did them, in the way that I did them. So I will have, this was the red, which didn't really work out red, but that's okay. It's all different colors. Every single one of them is a different color. I will just bring you up a little bit so that you can see the whole thing, and I do apologize for the noise in the background. Somebody is blower backing, so hopefully you're high enough. So what I'm going to do is I have got some butterfly tattoos instead of the washi tape. So I'm going to work out what butterflies I want on each one, sort of ones that match the color but tie in with the rest of the colors. And I'm going to probably stick them somewhere on there. And I have these sayings, and this is quite thin, this tape. So I'm going to choose some sayings and I'm going to put them around that, because I'm going to have my my fans like that. And I have also got just a bit of white ribbon. So I'm going to work out whether I put them onto white ribbon or whether I put them onto a really nice piece of thick string. I'm not sure what I'm going for. Like, if I do that, it's more sort of elegant than the other one, which is a little bit more modern. So I'll see how I go. So because he's blower vacuuming, what I'm going to do is I will work out one and I will stick it on, because it is really hot out here today again. I am going to take all these inside. I am going to just sit and watch YouTube and just put all of these on so that I can make sure it's all neat and tidy, and I'm not rushing, I'm not in the heat, I'm not having to worry about the neighbor blower vacuum. So I will work out what I want on the first one and I will show you how I'm going to do it, and then I will go and do them all. Alrighty, I think I've worked out how I'm going to do this. So I think I'm going to maybe either put a butterfly down the bottom here on each of them, or put butterflies on the sides, but I think I will work out my words and maybe sit them across like that, because I want the words to be the focal point on these. So I'm not going to subject you to any more of this noise. I am going to go inside. I will just show you, hopefully, I'm so sorry about that noise. I want to show you how I'm going to do this. Oops. So I want to make sure it is centered. Gonna just push it down with my fingernails. There we go. Hopefully that's right. So not exactly level, but that's okay. I can make the other one so that it is going up as well, so that it looks like it's meant to be. So I'm gonna lift that bit and take that top bit of sticky off it and get that off. So I want to have it in line with that one, about there, I think. So just push it all into the little crevices, and there we go. There we are. Look at that. We'll get one of my little silicone things if I have something that hasn't got resin on it. That'll do. Just push it down, get in all that little bit there. Make sure it's all in. There we go. So that's that done. I love how that's going to turn out. And I'm going to have a look at my washi tape again. So I'm going to have a look at one of these butterflies because it's got tiny little butterflies on it as well. So I can always take it off. Okay. Now, if I want to, I can pop it down there like that. Or I can get under it. These tongs are garbage. Get under it and perhaps put it like that. I don't actually like that. I don't like the shiny. Take that off. Put that back onto my washi tape and leave that how it is. So I was thinking I would put a really nice butterfly on it. Well, that's a pretty one actually. Get my scissors and just cut around it. It's got quite a few of the colours in it. And then I'm thinking that I'm going to stick that there. So I'm just going to take that off. There we go. I'm going to, this is a bit more of a cut. And try and get that centered. You can see through the paper. So if I try and get that a little bit centered there, hopefully I have got my butterfly centered. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to just wet my fingers. So I'm just going to put the tiniest bit of water and just wet my finger, just like that. That will dry, that bit there. Just going to push it on, there we go, slide it off. Perfect. Just going to wet that. And then just give it a wipe. Just to get that glue off. Make sure it is on there properly. Push it on. There we go. Let's push that on there. Make sure there's no glue on it. And there we go. Just make sure that butterfly's pushed up properly. Now I don't know that I like the butterfly. I'm actually going to take it off. So it wasn't quite dry yet, so I can just take that off, get the glue off. And I think I'm just, for the minute, I'm going to put words on it. Then if I want butterflies, I will do it. So I'm going to go inside out of the heat. I'm going to choose some more words, but I like this one. I just want to make nice things. So I'll see what words, inspirational words I can put on the rest, and I will come back and I will show you how I'm going to seal them. So again, we've got noises. It's late in the afternoon now. I have put all my little words on there. So what I want to do is show you how I'm going to go about attaching them all together. I have got them this side all set out. So I've got a gap between all of them. Make sure they're not going to bang each other. And I am just going to get my glue. I'm going to shake my glue. So I think I'm going to glue my rope. So I need to work out where my rope's going to go. And then I'm going to put a fair amount of glue on there. Oops. And hopefully you can see the blue one, and I'm just going to just spray where I'm going to be putting it. And push it on there. Whoops. Just push it out, gluing my fingers. Ouch. As I said, without gluing my fingers. And I've already glued. So, right. So, I'm going to try and do this one as well. And I want the gap between them. So, a fair amount of glue on there. Give it another spray. And put my thing on there. I'm going to actually push it down with that. Oh my God. And I just broke it. What a deal. Right, let's see if we can fix this. Alright, I'm going to run some glue on this bit here. And I'm going to find where that crack is and run the glue on it. This is at the back, so you may or may not be able to see it. There we go. I might just get a toothpick and spread it out a bit. Now, lesson on the first one. Don't press it down with a spoon. Alright. Get that glue in on the end there. Oh, a bit of glue. There we go. Run that in there. Give it a spray. And see what we have. Look at that. And I haven't even glued it together properly. Just put a bit of glue on there for the minute. I will fix this properly and I will make a new one. Get that on there. That's so annoying. All right, wipe that off. Still broken. All right, I'm going to keep going with these. So I want it to be about there. And I'm going to run my string all the way up there. So pull that down again. Get that centered again. And there we go. So I think I will just run the glue along there. Give it a gentle push. And then a spray. Okay, do the same with this one. Run it along there. Give it a push. And a bit of spray. Not myself. Okay. Right, I'm going to do another one to show you what I'm doing. And then hopefully I should be able to get it all done. Just spray. Oh, keep spraying myself. Push it on there. And there we go, did this one. A little bit more glue. A little bit liberal with it, I think. There we go. So I can pick that up with that. I can definitely pick that one up. I think that one is too close, but I need to pull it off anyway, which hopefully I can. I know everybody's yelling at me, don't do it anymore. Oh yes, I can actually just lift that off if I want to. Well, I need to, so. Alright, let's go up here a little bit more. I won't do it all. That. And we'll do another one. And spray that one. There we go. I really should have gloves on. I've already ruined my finger. Look what I did. Alright, I'm getting to the stage where you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing, so I will come back when it's all done. And I will make another one of these. Alrighty, so this is all finished now. I have it actually hanging up in my room because I couldn't video the whole thing. So I want to show you the different colours. So that was the red. So, and I've just put some little inspirational words on it. So then we come down to our pinks. Aren't they beautiful? Look at the colours that are coming out in those. The more, the longer it sits, the more the colours come out. And I have just, look at the colours in that. All I've done is used my polyurethane and put 2 coats of polyurethane on it. So there we go. Look at the colours that have come out when they're sealed. Absolutely stunning. Now I know I didn't turn any of these over, and I should have before I started. So I will replace this bottom one and have to find more words. So this is hanging on my bedroom wall for a little bit of inspiration when I get out of bed. So there we go. So I want to thank you all so very much for watching. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you all watching. To all of my lovely subscribers, I appreciate every single one of you. Sorry, I'm looking up. I appreciate every single one of you. If you've liked this video, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the hype button if you really, really liked it. I'll get back as far as I can. There we go. I'm laying down on my bed. There we go. So thank you so very much for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments whether you like my colors. I can be doing something else. And thank you all so very much for watching. Hit the like button, hit the hype button if you really, really liked it. Let me know what you think. Go hug someone you love. Be safe, and I will catch you next time.